Hello everyone, welcome to Cabbage Patch Soap. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Laura, and today we are going to be making a colorless soap that should have a swirl, hopefully, if I do this correctly. It is an experiment, as usual. We will also be cutting the hot air balloon that we made on Thursday. Yes. I am just plugging things in real quick and getting it set up. And I'm also going to be getting my chat set up here. Hi, Felicia. How are you doing? Are you feeling okay? Hi, Patty. Welcome. We're just getting the, just getting the chat set up really quick so I can see everything. Should just take a minute here. Okay, there we go. I think it's working. I've been thinking about you. I've been really worried. I'm glad you're doing okay. I hope the pain goes away very quickly. Okay. Just finishing setting up the chat. Almost done. Okay, there. All right, I think it's all ready to go. Okay. Oh, ouch. A 7 is bad. Are they able to give you anything for it? Oh, it's good you're home. That makes things a lot easier. That's true. 7 is better than 10. It'd be good if it was a 0. But that's the goal, right? So that after all of this, it can be closer to 0. Hi, Ian. Welcome. Hi, Punky. Welcome. Glad to have you aboard. We're just getting ready to cut some soap. I already made the lighthouse, Ian. I'm going to be making that colorless soap. I'm also going to be cutting this just lost my train of thought. This one, we're cutting the hot air balloon. So this was the little extra batter that we had. So this is how it turned out. It has that really nice pale yellow and cantaloupe color. Let me just get this here. And okay. Looks like my camera is crooked again, but we'll just deal with it. All right. I don't want to knock my tools over. Gotta move this forward. Okay. All right. Just gonna wipe this down, make sure everything is good. I apologize if the camera is shaking. Let me see if I can fix that. There, that's a little better. That's right. I made the hot air balloon and wouldn't let anybody see. I can't even see, so You were on the phone and had to use your phone. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. I made it in two parts, so I had to make the top part first before the live, so it would be ready for the bottom part, which we made during the live on Thursday. So here it is. It's still wrapped in the plastic. This is the balloon on the top, and then this is we went with like a sunrise type colors. I have to unwrap this now. And I'm a little bit nervous because the first time I made a soap like this, the top firmed up before the bottom. And then when I went to cut it, the bottom was so soft. So that's why I wrapped this top part in plastic, was to hopefully slow down the process of this becoming so firm. So we're going to see. I don't know if this was successful. We may end up with the corners dented again, but that's okay. So here's the side. Oh yeah, and look how pretty the pinks and the cantaloupe and the everything. Yeah, those colors. I'm glad those colors worked out. Okay, so I'm gonna lay this on its side. I'm gonna see if I can do this without wrecking it. Yeah, I won't let you eat the soap. I won't let you use the soap until it's cured. I know. I'm just the most horrible person. I'm wondering if maybe it'll be tall enough for me to cut it this way. Let's just see. Uh, I'm on the do not risk it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I guess what I'm concerned about here is when the strings push down, it'll push down on the balloon at an angle, and I don't want it knocking it off the top of the soap. Oh, the suspense. Right, right. So it would dry at the same pace. Right, exactly. Because otherwise the top part would be drier than the bottom, and when I went to cut it, it would um this soap, because there's no coconut oil in this, and because of that the soap is a little softer than usual. So if this had firmed up more than this, then when I went to cut it, it would smash the bottom part, because it wouldn't be as firm as the top, if that makes sense. um all right, let me cut this. I'm gonna try really hard to get this even. I'm also going to support the bottom of this balloon in the beginning, because I don't know what's going to happen. So okay, actually that's going through really smooth. I might not need to support that. Let's just see. Okay. If all else fails, I can glue it back together, right? All right. I'm going to push this forward a little because it looks like it's going to hit the top here. Let me just do that. Is it hitting? No, it's not. Okay. This might look a little rough, but I can plane the soaps when I'm done. Oh, come on. All right, let me get up here. My thumb is not strong enough for this. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. We managed it somehow. All right, so let me push this out of the way. All done. Don't break the soap. I know, I'm trying to hurry up. You want to see. Okay. All right, so here's the end piece. So this part is not going to look as good as the rest. This is the near the bottom, but look how cool it has like little stars around the corners. And then here's the next bar. Whoops. All right, so this is basically the mirror image of this one. So there's a little basket there. And then here's the other side. Oops. And I'm hoping that the camera is picking up these colors properly. As you know, this camera likes to mess with me, and it won't focus. It's doing all the wonderful things. Okay, so that's the second bar. Well, the first bar. This is a sample. This is the first actual bar. All right, and so here's the mirror image of that last one we just looked at. And then here's the other side. All right, that's the second bar, and then I'll get the third one. Here's the third one. So this is a mirror image of that last one we just looked at, and then here's the side. So that's kind of cool. It's got the blue in the center on this one and the white, and you can see it radiating out to the greens. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. I'm really happy. Look at the layers came out good for the sunrise. I was kind of concerned about that when I had to put the basket in. I knew it would push the colors down, but that actually works out. It looks kind of like clouds. And then here's the end piece for that one. So you can see it's like the mirror image. And then here's the other side of that end piece. So these are like the little samples. I'll probably cut those up or something. I'll see. But yeah, these are the ones that were made without coconut oil, no hemp seed oil, and no aloe. Just send them to you. Okay, so I went ahead and got the next soap stuff set up. Let me put this over to cure really quick. But yeah, I'm gonna have to let them set up. These are really soft still, so what I'm gonna do is plane them later and then do the beveling on the edges and stuff, make them look nice. But I'm really glad because if you remember the last time when we did the cat soap, because I put this in the moon in too soon, the ends on either side kind of bulged out. I think it was a good call waiting. And they seem to be stuck on there. They're not coming apart. So I think that was a good call. So we'll have to keep doing that in the future if I make more of these. Um, but it takes twice as much ingredients to make them, so that's why typically I save them for requests. I'm glad you guys like them. I wasn't sure if that was going to work. So, as you know, experiments are a lot of fun, but don't always turn out how you want. So, all right, let me pull this out here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set these. Oh yeah, and this is the other side. This is what I could see when I put it in the mold. That's why I said I couldn't tell what it was going to look like inside. So, let me go ahead and put this on the shelf real quick, and we'll let these cure. And these should be done around the same time as those blue ones that we made with the same oil blend. I want to see if they'll even stand up on my shelf. They might be too tall. Let's see. Ooh, no, they just fit. Just barely. Okay. All right, I got to put these in delicately. It'll be just a minute. And these smell really, really good. Yeah, this is a really good smell. And this was the Earth Meets Sky, which I thought was really cute for the design as well, like the name. Because it's like literally the Earth meets sky. Okay, I'm gonna put this in here. Stacked up those. Okay, all done with that. Oh yeah, well maybe almost done. I gotta put this on the shelf too. Okay, now all done. And all right. Okay, I just check what you guys are saying really quick. Yeah, and that was a design that Patty wanted. Yeah, where is Stacy? Maybe she's busy. It's fine. She will get to see it on the replay. All right, so that was exciting. I'm so glad that that turned out. Honestly, guys, like I was not sure, and now we know that I can just wrap it in plastic before, and then that will keep it from getting too firm while the other soap sets up. And I think that that soap does need 2 days. That blend, because there's no coconut oil, it doesn't get firm right away, and so when I made that top part, I only let it set for 1 day instead of two before I unmolded it, and it definitely could have benefited from another day in the mold. So that's good to know about that recipe. Is to give it 2 days. So that's good. We learned a lot. We learned a lot. Hopefully today will also be some more learning because I want to try another swirl technique that I haven't. I've been meaning to try it and just been kind of not trying it. But I want to do something different from what I've seen people do with it so far. Let me just see. Okay. I'm going to put this on the shelf real quick. Be right back. Get rid of all these little pieces of soap. So this design that I want to make today is really, really fun. I've seen a lot of other soapers make it. They call it a ghost swirl. It's where you don't add any color at all, but you still end up with like a two-toned soap design. And the way you do it is by adding different amounts of water. So when I make my lye liquid, my lye solution, I have to add water to it or something, some kind of liquid. And um, just getting rid of those soap crumbs. Hold on a second here. Okay, so I have to mix it with some sort of liquid, and I use water for most of my soaps. And what you do is you divide the lye in half. So you do two different containers. Both have the same amount of lye, but they have different amounts of water. So what happens is when you make the batter, there's a slight difference. And when you blend them, like when you do like a swirl or a design in like those long rectangular molds, is what I've always seen people use. When you do that, when the soap sets up, you get this kind of like a ghost swirl effect. It's like it's there, but there's no color causing it. It just looks different. It's like lighter and darker of the basic soap color. Less than 1A plus. Thank you, Patty. Um, but what I want to do differently, because I've seen everybody else do this in the rectangular molds, I want to try it in this pull through mold. I want to see if you can get that same effect in a pull through mold. So hopefully this isn't too ambitious for me. I guess we'll find out. And if not, in the end, it'll just be a pretty bar of soap that smells good. So it's going to be a win-win either way. The fragrance I chose, because I still want to fragrance it, this is called Cotton Grass by Nurture Soap. And the way I would describe it is it smells very like fresh and kind of a little bit invigorating, but not in like the normal way, more of um like when you walk outside and it's fresh and clean smelling and you get that like feeling of invigoration. It's like that kind of invigoration. The way that they describe it is it's they call it refreshing. They say that it's like a spring day. The way the earth smells beneath your feet when you're walking through the meadows of flowers. It's not a really, really strong floral to me. It's a very light floral, and it has all these other like really happy smelling notes to it. But also um, almost like a ghostly scent. Like it's like you can't really put your finger on it, and it's there, but it's not overpowering and strong. So I thought that would be a good scent to use with this. So the way I've done this is I've divided the oil into two. These are the same amount of oil. I weighed them to make sure they were the same. And then we have two containers of lye water, and they have different amounts. So one will go in here, one will go in here, and then we'll use the bottles like normal to fill the mold. And I just need my lids for the bottles. Here they are. Now I'm hoping this will all fit into two bottles. If it doesn't, I will just have to refill them as we go. So there's those. Here's the two bottles. Let me set these other bottles aside. But yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just refill the bottles if I need to. All right. And I'm going to get my spatula. Now, because one side has way more water than the other, one side is going to accelerate. It's going to firm up faster than the other one. So, yeah, this is starting to, yeah, I don't know if this will pick up, but it's like, this is like thicker liquid than this side. Anyway, it still has all the normal like sea salt and stuff that I put in here. But yeah, so the one that has more water will have to mix for longer than the other side to get the same consistency. So this side is the one with less water, so this will start to firm up really fast. So we'll have to kind of go quick. Most of the time when people make this, I see them put it in like a long mold with dividers. They pull the dividers out and then they do like a swirl, but I don't want to just make the same thing. I want to see if this will work in the pull through. I'm going to take my headset off for 1 second so I can put my mask on. Right, Punky. Yeah, exactly. It's like the like what you're saying, the grass on a sunny spring day. It's like that. I don't really smell like strong grass notes, but it's that it's still there. It's you're right. That's the image I have in my head too. It really does smell good. And let's see. Okay, so I've got to. What I'll do is we'll mix this one first that has the more liquid, and then I'll do this one next. I'm pretty sure most of that should fit in there. So, and then we'll just go through and layer them one after the other in the mold, and then do the pull through and all that, and then we'll find out on Monday if it worked. So I'm pretty confident that it won't be a complete fail unless I've measured my water incorrectly, which I guess is possible. Oh, also, I'm going to go ahead and add this fragrance now, since I might not have time to do it later. And it says it does not accelerate, so I guess we'll find out. Let me just make sure. I think that'll be enough. And I just smell it. Yeah, that smells good. That's a good amount. Okay, so I'll go ahead and add this in. And I'm just going to just get it at least a little combined and stop before I go to the next one. And I made sure the oils were cool this time so that we didn't risk any additional acceleration. Because this side, like I said, I know this side's going to move fast because there's almost no water in here. It's just barely enough for the lye. Okay, and I'm going to use a spatula to get it all out. These are really big containers for this. I think if I do this again, I will find some smaller light containers because these are just, for this tiny amount, this is kind of silly. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right, let's set that aside. And this is already, okay, this side looks fine. And you can see that they're different colors. Like this is already kind of like a, I don't know, it's almost more clear than this side. Trying not to get too many air bubbles. There we go. Okay, this is starting to thicken. This side looks like it could use a little more. Okay, that's going good. All right. Also, this needs to be a little bit thick for the mold, for the design to turn out nice. So it's okay if it gets a little thick. So I'm going to start with this side. Yeah, that's really thick though. Okay, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave that. Let's do this. Let's just pour it directly from these because I have a feeling that since we're only doing two colors, it's not going to matter. And rather than risking this getting too thick, let's just do that. So I'll start with, yeah, this looks pretty good. So I apologize if I block your view here, but let me get some of this in. Okay. There we go. And then I'll just use the spatula here to push it out. Yep. Yep. This is nice and thick. Good, good. Okay, that's good. We'll just do a little more on this side. A little more on this side. Yep. And because of the extra water in that lighter color batter, we actually have more of it. There we go. I think if I do this again, I will definitely not mix that darker one. I won't mix it as much because I think that, trying to get this to coat the bottom. There we go. I think it's definitely thicker than it needed to be, but I knew it was going to move fast. But either way, now we know for next time. I think that's a really good idea. really good experiment one way or another. Okay. I could also probably stick blend this lighter one a little longer to thicken that up, but I think I don't want to wait too long and risk it. In the perfect world, these would be like layered on top of each other, but I think we'll still get a cool effect. And I apologize if I'm hitting the camera and stuff. I'm running out of space here. Okay, let me wipe this up. Move these out of the way. Okay, I'm going to scrape the rest of this out. Alright, and then we'll scrape some of this in carefully. And I'll go ahead and just put the rest in here. And then we'll see if this stick can pull through it. Unfortunately, I picked a really detailed pull through tool. I think probably I should have picked one that had less detail, but we'll see if it can still pull through all this batter. I think it'll be okay. Like I always say, it's still soap in the end, so it doesn't really matter that much. Okay. Okay. Let's take this off. Okay, pull this through. Yeah, I can feel it's really thick and dragging on there. Hold on. Okay. It went through the bottom part fine. Now it's having trouble with the top, so let me see if I can. No, it's not gonna. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a fail because it's not wanting to pull through that batter. Yep, okay. So the bottom part is probably okay, but after about there up, it got stuck. So what this means is let's try this again on Monday. Like we'll cut this and see how it looks, but I want to do it again on Monday and not stick blend for as long and see if we get, because I really want this to work. I think it'd be really cool looking. I definitely want to try this again. So I'm sorry I'm off camera here. I'm trying to pull this out without making a big mess. So let me get this back on frame here just a second. Okay. So I'm just getting the extra batter off that stuck to it. Yeah. So I just know now that, and that was not the fragrance fault, because as you can see, the other side was perfectly fine. It was just the side that I did the water discount. And I don't usually do a lot of water discounts with this recipe, so I just know now for next time that, whoops, that I will just move faster and not blend for as long. Let me just see what you're saying here. Hi, 007, welcome. Oh, you're welcome, 007. Yeah, it was fasty, and yeah, it can. If I that's why I didn't use a floral. If I had used a floral, that would have been completely solid before I even had a chance to start. So I'm just getting air bubbles out. Yeah. So this smells really really good though. So I'm gonna wipe the edges down. So this smells really really nice. Pretty excited for the cut, even though I know it's not gonna look how I wanted. And then on Monday, let's try it again and see if we can get it to work. And then what we'll do is we will also, I'm still looking up a good recipe for that orange soap that Ian suggested. I want to try that soon, so maybe we can do that next. There we go. A C. Oh, thank you, Patty. It's still a passing grade. I guess it is soap in the end, after all. C for cabbages. There we go. So, yeah. So what we'll do is we'll try this again on Monday. I am bound and determined to make this work one way or another. I think maybe, in fact, next time I'll just I'll whisk it. I won't even bother with a stick blender. That'll show it. And then we will also make another batch of this, and maybe I haven't decided if I want to use the same fragrance or another fragrance. We'll see. We'll see. But so far I really like this. I kind of keep picking it up and smelling it. It smells really good. And now that it's in the soap, it has like those grassy notes are coming out a little bit more than before. It smells really good. This is a really like happy smelling fragrance. So I hope you guys like happiness, because that's what that smells like. Can I not just use orange juice? Okay, so yes and no. Um, like I can dump orange juice in soap. That's the thing. I can do that. But the citric acid in orange juice will cause the lye to be less effective. So it would result in a softer soap, like a softer bar. But we want to make it that like that lava soap, that stuff that's like that gel consistency that it has. And I had to do a dual lye method for that. So I'm just deciding on what method to use because I have to film it. And so um the methods that I've seen, none of them will be done in time for a video. So I'm trying to pick one that will make the most sense for filming. I think I know which one I want to do. But it's just a matter of me also like looking at what else goes in there. They probably have pumice in there. I know that they have some sort of like grit and stuff. And then they do use orange, but they probably use like an orange oil, like an orange essential oil or something, which I have. And we could put that in there. Yeah. So yeah, that's why. Um, but yeah, I do have orange essential oil which I can put in there. I'm just gonna make sure there's nothing else in there, and I can put citric acid in soap. A lot of people do that. It's just like I said, it makes the lye less effective, and I don't know how that's going to affect. Like, does it affect both types of lye equally? Do I have to adjust the lye amount? What do I want to do? Since usually in the past when I've made liquid type soaps, I didn't add any citric acid to them. So I just want to make sure that since it's going to be kind of a bigger project, that I do it correctly. Not like this where I'm fooling around and not going by my gut instincts and just doing what everybody else does and failing. So um I should have known to just whisk it, because that's what I was thinking. But I wanted to try it another way, and this is how you learn. So sometimes you just have to try something and see what happens. Um but yeah, so that's the idea with the orange soap, is I want to make sure that it turns out nice, because it's going to take multiple days for it to be finished probably. But it'll come out, if it works, it'll turn out really really nice. It'll be a really fun um like a fun type of soap to use, because it'll be like a not a solid, not a liquid, that kind of thing. And then you can also dilute it. Those kinds. Let me take this headset off. It's annoying me. Those kinds of soaps you can dilute, and then you can make it as thick or as thin as you want, which is really cool. So if you like the kind that fits in a hand pump, you can do that. Um, Although with the grit and stuff that we'll put in it, I don't know if that would be smart. Um, but anyways, my point is you can have it like a more liquid soap or a more gel-like soap, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so that's the plan. We'll come back on Monday, and I will fix my mistakes, and then after that we will do the orange soap. But yeah, so this is kind of this is you can see like how it's already kind of solidified in there. That's pretty cool. And you can see down here where it's like lighter. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, and then up here is really dark. But in here is where the blending I think worked, because the stick was able to pull it out real easy. Um, but yeah, so I kind of wish I could open it now and see. I'm so curious, but of course that would ruin it. But anyways, and Stacy didn't come back. Okay, I was gonna show her the stuff, but she's not here, so we will wait for the replay, or she can wait for the replay. Otherwise, yeah, and probably I could probably show it again on Monday, that balloon soap, if anybody missed it and wants to see it. So, alrighty, guys, I'm gonna go put the soap in the oven and get it to gel, and then we'll see on Monday how it looks. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. This was a lot of fun. And if you're new, please consider liking and subscribing, because it really helps me out. And if you guys have any suggestions on soaps to try in the future, let me know, because I really like making your suggestions. That's what makes this so much fun. So definitely let me know if you have any more ideas. Oh, thank you, Patty. You're so sweet. Well, thank you, guys. You have a great night. I'll see you all soon.